This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com. Next came Brother Love with Sgt Slaughter. Meltzer would say this was reminiscent of the classic Brother Love with Morton Downey and Roddy Piper from WrestleMania in the way it dragged and how bad it was. Slaughter said things that should have gotten heat but didn't. They're going to have a harder time with this guy than I thought, at least from the reaction here. The segment was a bomb. What do you remember about this?
Well, I remember that, again, some people's opinions and views are completely worthless. I thought this was the greatest thing on the card. And
come on, man. Why are you being like that? You know, it wasn't the best thing on the card.
Says who?
Well, anyone watching.
That's not true. Sgt. Slaughter was awarding a Great American an award, and it was very touching. And by God, it was nice to be on SummerSlam.
You still have the Great American Award, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Think you got that handy and we could get a picture of that online somewhere?
I'll put a picture of that online somewhere. I have to find it. Cause I don't know where the hell I have it right now. It may be out there somewhere.
There's also,
I've had Dr. Tom in my house going through all of my shit for the last week. So I have no idea where anything is or what the hell's left.
is he still there?
He is still here.
You know, what's funny is I came up with an idea for him yesterday and I pitched some guys in the office and they all loved it. And I was thinking, man, I should text Bruce about that. I was like, I'll bring it up when we're talking on the show, but I thought we would do it off air, but, I'm going to text you about an idea I have for Tom. See what you think. And
well, you better do it. He's only here another day.
I'll make it happen fast. Hey, I do want to talk about something else here since we're talking about Brother Love. There's like a postcard that I actually got from a listener once you and I started doing the show. It says, "Greetings from Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love," but they scratch out the LY and it just says the city of Brother Love. And it's got, you know, some stuff downtown in the background. And then there you are all swagged out with 48 rings. What was the gist of this? I'm not sure. Like, was this something that came to try to get you to order the pay-per-view or some sort of a coupon about getting a pay-per-view? You've told me before, I think, that they gave it to people who worked in the building. What do you remember about this?
No, this was the pay-per-view reminder card that went out in all the cable systems. So when you got your cable bill, you also got the postcard reminding you of SummerSlam coming up, and be sure and order SummerSlam. So that would go out to all the cable subscribers.
And by the way, it says Monday night, August 27th, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, replay 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific. In a steel cage match, the WWF champion Ultimate Warrior, trademark, versus challenger Ravishing Rick Rude, trademark, with manager Bobby Heenan, plus the return of Hulk Hogan, trademark, with Tugboat in corner, versus Earthquake, trademark, with Dino Bravo, trademark, in corner. And we've got little pictures of headshots of the Warrior and Hulk Hogan both doing their best constipated pose. This is interesting for a variety of reasons. I've always been fascinated with the way you would market your pay-per-view products and things like that. How far in advance would you have to have this to the cable systems in order for them to deliver this with the bills? They would have gotten it in May or June or something like that.
No, for something like that, probably about a month ahead of time. 6 weeks.
And it's also interesting that the show's on a Monday night. These days we're all conditioned that wrestling pay-per-views are Saturday or most of the time Sunday, but Monday night, you guys were very much experimenting. Of course, in this era, Survivor Series was usually on a Thursday night, but a Monday night pay-per-view?
Nuts, I know.
What's the thinking?
Look back at some of those and go, what the hell?
Is that before you guys really identified your quote unquote best practices, or did you have research that said, no, Monday night is the right time or whatever?
I think that we were still in the experimental stage of trying to figure out when the best time was. And we weren't looking at, for summertime, you didn't have to deal with kids in school. So you didn't have to worry about a weekday, but I think as time wore on, it was better to have one specific day that could be that pay-per-view day you could really promote to.
Talk to me about, when obviously Slaughter is going to come back. I think after WrestleMania 6, Slaughter sends a letter to Vince saying he wants to come back, and you guys come up with some sort of idea about, all right, we're going to do something. But this whole invasion situation in real life with Kuwait happens in August of 1990. So it's not like he came back explicitly with this idea. What was the original creative or hope with Sgt. Slaughter when he comes back here?
I think that originally the idea was one of, from Sarge's point of view, probably come back as a baby face, but deep down, Sarge really loved being a heel character, and he played the heel character so well. Maggot. It was easy to do, and it was a lot of fun to do. So, Sgt. Slaughter is the heel Sarge. To me, is a win-win every time. Then when you were able to add in the real life Iraq situation, which I don't know is good or bad. In the beginning, it was, all right, hey, great, we got something to sink our teeth into. And then later on, it was, oh, wow, this is too much. So in the beginning, I think a heel Sarge was the right way to go.
Was the original idea going to be he's going to turn his back on America because they've accepted the former Russian heel, and now, he's a babyface with Nikolai?
It was so easy. Yeah. I mean, it was so easy. How could you love a Russian? And how could you love someone that's done all these nasty things to our country that I fought for? So that turn in and of itself was easy. And then later on to get into Hogan, who represented everything that was red, white, and blue, it wrote itself.
Talk about something that I found in the WWF magazine in 1990. There's an ad that reads, "Professional athlete wrestler, successful applicant to wrestle professionally at various arenas in the United States and abroad, participate in professional competitive wrestling events to entertain audiences according to established rules. Applicant must be strong, agile, and possess great athletic ability. Must have 5 years wrestling experience. Salary free, 40+ hour week, $2,000 a week. Please send resume to Job Service Technical Unit, Connecticut Department of Labor, 200 Folleybrook Boulevard, Wethersfield, Connecticut, 06109. Refer to job order number 3062596. What is this?
There was some kind of law that you had to post like for jobs and what kind of jobs you were hiring for, whether they were independent contractors or for full-time employees. It was some kind of Connecticut law.
I mean, did anybody ever actually take that seriously, or was there any guy somewhere like, oh shit, here's my chance?
I'll bet you any amount of money in the world that there were a lot of people that probably read that and sent in their homemade resumes, say, look at me, I won this match.
So great.
I think I could take that honky tonk man. I mean, he's just a honky tonk man.
Oh God. Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.